What's up, everyone? It's Taylor. I'm coming at you from a car because I want to make this video as casual as possible, and I also want to try to keep it on the shorter side. So let's jump right in. First, I want to start with the disclaimer. When I say vegan, I mean plant-based, because I'm technically plant-based because I don't live like the vegan lifestyle as far as like things I buy for like products like on my skin, my hair, and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I do try to buy as many vegan products as possible because it's better. And actually, I'm going to link in the description this video I watched of Mark Urosky. Not Mark. Is his name Mark? Gary Urosky. Him talking, and he's like talking to a college class, and it's like it's such a good video. It's not boring. He makes it like entertaining. Not entertaining, that's a bad word. It's a really good speech, and you guys should watch it if you have the time. Like, I even made my whole family watch it. They didn't go vegan after watching it, but at least they know what they're doing. Anyway, so I want to start by talking about my experience personally. So a whole year vegan. First, most people might be thinking, are you gonna stay vegan? And yes, the answer is yes. I have no intention to go back to eating meat or dairy or anything like that. I don't miss it. I feel better without it. I am better without it, honestly. So I don't have any intention to go back to eating meat or dairy or anything. I'm not saying it's impossible, because, you know, shit happens. But me right now, I don't see myself doing it. So people always ask me if I'm gonna raise my kids to be vegan, and not that I'm anywhere close to having kids, but as of right now, if I were to pop out a child, that child would be vegan, because that's what I believe in. But anyway, so yeah, my experience. I actually just went like a couple weeks ago and got my blood tested so I can give you guys lab results. Well, it was mainly for me, but since I did it, I figured I should include it in this video. So a lot of people think that vegans are deficient in protein, which is really weird because protein's in literally everything. So it's really hard to be deficient in protein. And my lab results, right? So for protein, I tested a 7.6. No, I don't know what what the measurement or unit or whatever it is in, but just know I got a 7.6, and the range is 6.2 to 8.2. So I'm like smack in the middle. Yeah. Anyway, so we're good on protein. As far as calcium, I'm good off calcium, because people think milk is a strong source of calcium. And the joke about that is there's been so many studies that show you that milk actually does nothing for you as far as calcium. It's actually pretty bad for you, because calcium's supposed to build strong bones, strong teeth, but there's studies saying that people that drink milk in their older age, they have like osteoporosis and stuff. And it's like, how is that possible if you're getting all the calcium you need? Something ain't adding up. But yeah, for calcium, I got 9.9, and the range for that is 8.5 to 10.4. So good off that. Iron, I definitely get enough iron, because I got an 81, and the range is 27 to 170. So it could be higher, but I'm not low. Like, I'm good. I could really just eat more like leafy greens and stuff, but whatever. So for my LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, I have a 49, and the range is just, it says equal to or less than 129, and I'm nowhere near 129, so we're good off that. And fun fact, did you know you pretty much eliminate a lot of the bad cholesterol in your diet when you start eating meat, when you stop eating meat, because bad cholesterol comes from meat. Yeah, you know, and your body already makes cholesterol, so you don't need to be adding cholesterol into your body. Animals also make cholesterol, which is why it's the bad cholesterol that you're adding into your body. For the good cholesterol, which is the HDL, I have a 76, and that's actually pretty good because the range is from 35 to 85, so that's nice. My cholesterol level is on the low side because the range is 130 to 200 and I tested 131, so I'm like right on the bottom. That sounds good to me because people always Honey Nut Cheerios always talking about lowering somebody's cholesterol, so there's that. Okay, and I got tested for a bunch of other stuff. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is, but I'm good off that because my doctor was like, you're doing great. The only thing that I was not deficient in, but very low enough that I needed to start taking a supplement, which you can probably already guess, is B12. For B12, the range is 239 to 931, and I tested 271. So most people probably guessed that because vegans are aside from protein, everyone always says where are you gonna get your B12 from, because B12 you can only get from eating things, and B12 is commonly in dairy and meat. So if you eliminate that, where are you getting your B12 from? And for a whole year, I didn't take a B12 supplement, even though all the videos I watched of vegans talking about taking their B12 supplement, I just didn't want to take it because I didn't have my blood tested and I didn't know how much of it I really needed. So I didn't want to just be adding something in my body without knowing how much I needed or anything. And I felt fine or whatever, so I just didn't use it. But it's crazy because it was like, most people say when they first go vegan, they have like a burst of energy. They have so much energy. And when I first did go vegan, I actually did have a lot of energy. Like I was sleeping well. My sleeping like was great. I was going to bed like before 10 o'clock, which I was never doing before. So I was sleeping well. I had energy to get up because when I first went vegan, I was in college and I had 8 a.m.s every day. And I would get up for those 8 a.m.s with no problem. I would go sit in those boring lectures with no problem and I wouldn't fall asleep. So I was doing well. But it was like a couple months ago actually, and I'm back home now because I graduated, that it was like I didn't have energy for anything. I was so fatigued. Like the only thing I could pull myself up to do was go to work and then go to the gym. That's the only thing I had energy to do. And I was like, I don't understand why I'm so tired all the time. And it clicked. It was actually my mom that said, you're probably low in B12. And that's what triggered me to really go ahead and get my blood tested. Like I always wanted to do it, but you know how you just want to do things and you never actually do it. That was the thing that actually pushed me to go do it. And sure enough, I was deficient. Well, not deficient, but very low in B12. So I started taking a supplement. I actually have it because I like carry it around because I be forgetting to take it. So whenever I remember, I get it. So I just got this. Ooh. B12 supplement, and I take one every day. It's 1,000 mcg. I don't know what mcg stand for, but it's 1,000. The doctor told me that I only needed to take 500, but the store I was in, I couldn't find 500, so I got 1,000. And I figured, hey, I'm pretty low on the scale, more can't hurt. So that's what I did. I've been taking that and I'm not fatigued anymore. Your girl has energy. Yo, you don't understand. Like I actually feel great. I'm not tired anymore, and it's so draining to feel tired, especially when you have things to do. Everything just feels like a task. Ugh. But that's that on that. So overall, it's been a great year. I lost weight, but like naturally you'll just lose weight when you start eating good. I want to put it out there that just because you're vegan doesn't mean you eat well nutritionally, because there is so much vegan junk food, and I promise you it's not nasty. Like vegan food really slaps. Like it is good. And I love baking, so I would bake like a lot of cookies and I would eat cookies every day. Vegan ice cream smacks. Just get you a flavor you like. I don't really like Halo Top because I don't like coconut, so that means I get the unhealthy ice cream like from So Delicious and Ben and Jerry's. So there's like a lot of sugar in it. But honestly, the one thing about being vegan, no matter how much I overeat, I'm still eating less than what I could be eating if I was eating milk and dairy, because plant-based foods are just naturally lower in like calories, fats, sugars. So even when I'm eating a lot, I'm not eating as much as I could be eating. And I eat like a grown man, so this is good for me. Another thing I noticed when I went vegan, so before I had eczema. I had it on my stomach and I had it on the back of my knee. And it cleared up. It hasn't come back. I hope it doesn't come back, especially since I plan to keep eating the way I eat. I eat healthy for the most part, but I be eating my junk food. Lately, when I first went vegan, I was more so into the whole foods, plant-based, so I was eating a lot of beans and a lot of vegetables. And then I started discovering vegan junk food, and I took a turn for the worse because it would just be so good. So I would just be eating that, but that's bad. Oh, while we're on the topic of skin, when I first went vegan, I broke out. I broke out so bad, and a lot of people say their face clears up, so I was so confused. I was on Google, I was searching, I was like, why is my face breaking out if I'm eating this way? My body reacted, like my eczema cleared up. That was great. I was losing weight. I was also in the gym, but I was losing weight. Everything was going good except my skin. Oh my gosh, like I really broke out. And I couldn't figure out why, so I started looking up things, and I found out that it was probably because I was deficient in zinc, because zinc you can only get from meat and fish, and if I wasn't eating meat or fish, where was I getting zinc from? You can get zinc from plant-based foods, but I wasn't eating enough of those foods, which since then I have changed it, and my skin is doing well, if you can say. But yeah, so if I have a picture, which I probably do, if I want to post the picture, I'll put it like on the screen or something to show you how bad my face broke out. It was so bad. And yo, anyone that's had acne knows, like, it takes a hit on your confidence. Like I didn't want anyone seeing my face, and the main place that I broke out was like on my chin, so it just looked so gross. It was like right here. I'm so happy it was never my forehead or anything, but yeah, I would just break out so bad here, and it would be like cystic pimples. It was so gross. And then it would be like the really big welts, but like under the skin, so it's not even like you can pop it, which you shouldn't pop your pimples, but when they're ugly, you just want to pop them and get rid of them. So there's that.